Tonight on Furniture Film Classics.
Mine shafts? That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, Doctor. You expect me to believe we take all our cheap furniture, put it down some deep, dark mine shaft for 100 years, they're going to become valued antiques?
That is right, meine General. All the furniture would have to be disassembled and stripped. And we would have to do prodigious work in the mine shaft, upholstery and repair. And we would all have to be chosen for this expertise in this areas.
Now, I'm pretty secure in my own ability as far as any repairs go, but just what would your job be, Doctor?
I can paint meine furniture.
Hi, my name is Ed Feldman.
And I'm Joe Lavario.
And this is Furniture to Go! Yay! Hey, what are you laughing at, bolster boy?
shut up, Loghead.
Hey,
Loghead.
We're stupid enough without these things. Hi, you'll be happy to know that we've been given the go-ahead by Central Control to continue a project over 3 shows.
And what we've selected is something all of America and Canada has been asking us to do. A sofa.
All America and Canada. Yes, don't hide now.
Yeah, I didn't say chaise lounge.
Not a chaise, but frighteningly ugly nonetheless. Didn't your Aunt Mickey have one just like this?
Yes, she did. It was white and gold, just like everything else in the house, including my Aunt Mickey.
Hi, doll.
No, she didn't smoke.
I think everyone has something akin to this in a beloved relative's house. This is what happens when you have kids and dogs.
Yeah, I think it's more the kids with the junket custard.
Junket.
Yeah.
Courtney loves one of them. But you know, if you're going to have kids and dogs, you don't want a right creamy fabric. You want a fabric more like, what's that fabric?
Fur and vomit.
Yeah, the name.
That way it blends in,
Exactly.
see?
Well, you know, the first thing we want to do is to strip this fabric.
And you make sure to wear a
Yes,
dust mask,
absolutely.
too, because if you don't wear a dust mask, all of this dirt that's in here is going to go up your schnozola, and you're going to feel horrible.
And with yours,
Mine, you should talk.
look, the first thing you do is pull off
Nose
the
comes in
welting.
the room before him.
Hey,
Here's a hammer I got back here.
pull that off, and that'll reveal all the tacks that are holding the other fabric.
Hey, look,
panel.
we're not doing so good.
I'm ruined. Oh, it's time to strip. We're ready to strip.
Yeah, and I'm Sally Jesse Raphael.
Today on Sally, guys who sniff fumes for low pay on cable. We've already applied a helping of stripper to this side.
This side over here has been applied last night. It's been able to sit, and now we're ready to take it off. And to take it off, I'm going to use some lacquer thinner, and I'm using a brass brush. And you can see when you scrub it, the brass brush is very easily maneuvered into the carvings.
Right.
It's not going to hurt the wood because it's brass, and the brass bristles are very soft. You can see that.
Now,
my
a
thumb
word
can
about
move.
the upholstery. We've taken down the decking, and you can see that there was another different kind of equally ugly upholstery on the decking. Do not be ashamed if you don't want to strip the fabric that you find underneath the other fabric that you originally found. Are you following me?
You folly?
The springs and the decking and the padding underneath the seat cushion is all right. So we're going to leave this old fabric and just upholster on top of it. But we have put a piece of plastic so as to protect it from all the nasty stripping chemicals.
Okay, wait a minute. I want to try. I want to get some of these wonderful, the planer chips right in the cracks. Let's see what we
Make
get.
sure you're all sealed with the plastic. Really, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. If the fabric you find underneath the fabric you're replacing is working as muslin ordinarily works, don't be embarrassed.
And scrub. Look,
Hey, you know
look.
what?
Look, wait, look.
Wait a minute. It's beautiful, but you know, this is not enough for this show. We want to show you more. More.
We're going to go to an outlet store and find a lovely little table that'll fit right beside
Well,
Grandmother's
maybe it's
couch.
a table. They don't know it's a table yet.
Let's just drop this stuff and go now, okay?
Could you help me off with these gloves?
Let's
They're very
go.
tight. Wait a minute, I can't drive this way.
Hi, Connie.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
doing? Good.
Hey,
Hi.
Constance Long, the proprietor of From Mission to Modern. Incidentally, we share some space here at the Furniture Guys outlet
Yeah,
store.
we like to call it our clubhouse. You and Connie used to work together, right?
That's right, we did touch up together.
We sure did, and I taught you your first touch-up.
Yeah, well, somebody had to, huh?
Well, as Connie's sign reads, Mission to Modern, she's got a collection of both, so let's take a look at some of it now.
Okay, please do.
After you, after you.
Thank you.
This table, Haywood, right? Haywood Wakefield. You might remember this from the last shows we did. We did a two-parter on Haywood Wakefield. This is a table we finished.
Yeah, this is from the early 40s. It's all solid birch.
And now it's for sale.
And now it's for sale.
Come on
in
down, you're
beautiful
cooking
conditions.
sausages here, I think.
Yeah, and these are all Haywood Wakefield in the different eras.
One up. This isn't Haywood. This belonged to Pee Wee Herman.
Back here, look back here, we have some really nice diamond chairs.
By Harry Bertoia, 1952.
Beautiful.
Those
Yeah.
are very comfortable chairs. Here's another Wakefield piece.
Oh, probably the best, the nicest dining room set of the line.
This piece is called the whalebone table. It's from the 50s. It has a champagne finish. And these are the dog bone chairs because of the shape of the back here. All Haywood Wakefield.
This is
that?
the Superman ashtray.
Sure it is.
But the S wore off.
Let's take a walk and go to Mission.
Yeah, let's go back
Let's
to
go to
the
Mission.
early mid-1900s.
Okay.
This is what, about 1915?
About that, yeah,
It's a
yeah,
Mission desk.
yeah.
It's a
And
very nice style. This is it's not a real Stickley, though, is it?
it's not a real Stickley, but it is a Mission desk.
'Cause it's
made
oak.
From, yeah, oak. This is called Tiger Oak.
Anyway,
And
So
here
a
we
nice
have a
card
really
table.
nice card table. And what's interesting about this is the chairs and the table, even though it's high-end and elaborate,
Yes,
They
they
fold.
all fold up.
did you like to thank the Academy?
I would like to thank, actually, the Academy. Well,
Mint?
ouch. What we're looking for, though, Constance, is actually something like...
Just like this.
Like this.
Like
Saved
this.
it- We saved it for the end.
You picked a beautiful
Homage
little
al
Victorian.
Toronto.
Yeah. We could highlight the base.
The same as the sofa,
And we could polish the top.
and then the sofa and the table will never be lonely again.
And I guess we're probably going to have to owe you for this.
Really?
All right.
Yeah, that's
It's
okay.
not going to be a bother, is it?
No, I'll just put it on your tab.
Okay. Let's
right,
go. We'll
ready,
see you
set,
later. Okay.
Bye, guys. Genius is at work.
Yeah, good thing we stopped off to change clothes, huh?
Yeah. There we go.
Put the table down. Hey.
We forgot something.
Oh, boy. We'll be right back.
Right back. Oh, just wait a minute. Well, we're not perfect. Move that.
Move that
up.
marble.
We'll clean that up later. And now it's time to don the orange gloves and
And
apply
the orange stripper.
the remover.
This glove.
It just doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit.
I don't understand. My hands are all gnarled. Now apply
And I
this,
have arthritis.
apply this remover.
What happened?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, we should both probably
Well, how
have...
about we should each have a bucket, I think, is
Yeah,
what,
I think
what
so.
we should do. But we got such a minimal budget here on the furniture to go that
Now remember, when you're...
We
That's
like-
why a paste remover is good, because see these verticals, it doesn't drip off as much, even though it is dripping off, if you'll probably notice that.
you know what else is good about this remover is it doesn't dry out.
Yeah, so we can go home
And then
and
come back tomorrow.
do the rest. I can't see what the heck I'm doing over
Well,
here.
why don't you work over there?
Well, then America won't see me,
Oh,
and
well.
Canada, and Mexico, and other countries.
And that's really a blow to his ego.
Blow to my
A
ego.
blow to thine ego. You know what? These gloves are too small for my huge paws. So my hands kind of like, I can't bend. It's very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Luckily,
They don't fit. They
luckily,
don't fit.
we only have a little time to go before this scene ends. I'm staining okay. Now, you can see the wood has got like a chalky residue to it. That's because the paint, the original white paint that was applied, kind of stained or absorbed into the wood, and when you strip it, you're never going to get that out. So we're applying a stain. This is a burnt seed. Well, this is tomatoes. See, I got the nice tomato can. But over here we got the stain, which is a Japan color, universal tinting color. You can tint oils, oil varnishes, and you can also tint lacquers. You can make stains, and you can also shoot toners. And we're applying this stain just with a brush, poured a little bit into a can, and thinned it with some lacquer thinner. And you apply the stain simply with a brush, and then you wipe away the excess. And it's just so nice. It gives a nice even color. But you can see when you pull, when you wipe this away, there's still a bit of white. Maybe you can't see it on camera, but I can see it. And that's not right. So what we're going to do later on is we're going to mix a little bit of the universal color with some lacquer, make a toner, and shoot that on. It'll give it a nice look, and then we'll start highlighting. Hey, Ed, what are you doing over there?
What am I doing? You know full well what I am doing, sir. I'm doing the same thing as you are doing. I'm staining. Of course, I'm staining the table, which is already dark. I'm painting on the stain, and I'm following with a wipe. And of course, this is going to be toned later in a slightly different way so as to even out the color between the table and the sofa. The only difference is my can is generic, which kept me out of the Army. So this is a dark table, and we did strip this, of course, but it's still coming up dark, but it doesn't matter. After we shoot on the coats that we're going to be shooting on, it'll all change for the better. For the better, we hope.
Next, it's time for toning.
Yes, very often you want to go for something that happens naturally in nature. Here we're going for the deep chocolatey luminescence of the Tootsie Pop.
In other words, the burnt sienna center.
Yes.
And here, look, here we have the lacquer. This is a clear lacquer, and into it we've put the Japan Universal Tinting color, the same color that we stained with. And if we mix it, you see how it changes color.
If you watched us in older shows, you saw us brushing on layer after layer of stain and varnish and stain and varnish. Well, here we're spraying it because
what happens
we have a sprayer now.
What happens is you lay this on, depending on how opaque you want the look. That's how much universal tint, because I know people are going to write in and say, how much do I mix?
Where did he go? And remember, always use your respirator, and always remove the Tootsie Pop before applying the respirator. I'll put the Tootsie Pop behind my back.
What this is going to do, it's going to even out any kind of irregularities in the wood, like you see here. And you may have to put on more than one coat. You may have to put on 2, maybe 3 coats. Ready? You missed the spot.
And of course, we really, really protected the muslin and the horsehair inside the sofa there from the spray.
Now, often you have to be a contortionist. Notice, I am a tree now. I am a tree.
It looks wet and very opaque now, but as it dries, it's going to become more translucent, and you'll see more grain popping out.
No, you won't either. We're covering the grain, Ed.
We are?
Yes.
Did I miss another meeting?
Yes, you did. Because there is no grain. This is a spruce, it's a
beech
wood. Now, if I go to the table, we can even the table up, make the table look exactly like the wood of the sofa. Huh? Capiche?
Now the wood on the table is walnut. But with toner, you can always even stuff out. You know, I wish we had invested in that turntable. Now next, we'll be highlighting.
We'll be highlighting, right.
Time for highlighting. Look how beautiful that is. Been putting on some raw umber, or actually it's burnt umber, Japan color, and I've been selecting parts that would actually look nice highlighted, and we're walking, the camera is bringing you down to this area that I'm just finishing up with. And when you do this, a lot of people may have to tape it off. It takes a little practice. You just get the edge of the brush. These are flat brushes, artist brushes. And if you load one side of the brush, and you pull it down along that groove, you'll find yourself a master of highlighting in no time. As far as what to highlight, well, that's up to you. You see what I'm doing here. And now I'm going to go down to the front of the sofa after I get this little bit up here. Now these Japan colors, they'll dry very fast. Try and have some kind of game plan. Look at the pattern a lot. When you start highlighting, you want to highlight things that have an end, have a beginning and an end. Not something that's going to run into this, for example. This is the edge of the leaf right here. The edge of this acanthus is right there. So you don't want to do, you can do this if you want, but I'm doing the center section. So I'll be highlighting this entire leaf. And the reed in the center, or the scroll that's wrapped around the vine. So that gives you a nice, and once this is all finished, being highlighted, then we'll shoot a clear coat over top of it. And that will seal it in, as well as give you the final satin finish. If you follow this down more, you see how I did the leg down here. I did the flute, I did the bottom foot, and then the flutes, the acanthus leaves around here. These acanthus leaves in here will be done. Let me see, I got to get right on the floor for this, folks. You gotta work in here. And you see that? So it takes a little time, but it's a beautiful thing to do. You'll love it. Go do some highlighting. I'm going to finish up here.
Hello, don't I look like Geppetto? For you over 40s people, you might want to do this with the glasses when working close like this. I'm highlighting the table. Now, since the table was a little darker to begin with, my highlighting color is a little darker than Joe's on the sofa. I'm using a number 3 artist brush, and I also have a number 9 artist brush for the wider elements. I'm going to do this groove all the way across. I'm going to do all the way across on the next groove down, and of course, I'll do this groove. If you've stained yours, you've let it dry. Mine is almost dry. I'm putting on a nice thick amount. Now, should I do these teeth? This table's going to be Joe's. I wonder if Joe wants me to do these teeth.
Yeah!
Yeah?
Yeah!
Do the teeth, yeah!
Yeah! Do the teeth!
Do the teeth, yeah! Look, I'll do that teeth. And after we do this, of course, we'll clear coat the whole mother-loving thing. And we all love our mothers, don't we? Of course, I'll do these flutes down here. Hey, I think I'll go to the wider brush. And the other thing you must always have in the left hand, if you are right-handed, is the little wad of paper towel to get up any drips. Of course, I don't make any drips. I think we should tone one more time. What do you think?
You want to atone?
What does a tone mean anyway?
Here's a lacquer, okay? Clear lacquer. Clear lacquer. You put in what we did, a non-grain raising golden oak, and you get this color.
It's sort of a tonette.
Kind of an amber, and we're going to shoot that on top of the piece that we've highlighted.
And give it a nice, it'll give it a nice look.
And also it'll even out the color between the sofa and the table. The table, remember, was darker than this, so this is going to even them out.
Put the mask on.
Don't you look at me! Don't you look at me!
That does the sofa. Now we go to the table.
Don't blow off any of my highlighting.
Oh, no way. Now, once we get done spraying the toner on here, we'll sand it down, we'll clear coat it, but you won't see any
You
of
won't
that.
see that. Not a duck.
Donald D. Goose.
It's letters, and the reason there are so many fatalities in the Postal Service is because they have to deliver things like this from Crestview Drive in Millbrae, California, Betty Bessiere. I have acquired an old laminate bird's eye maple dresser. The problem is, mildew smell. I've washed the inside dresser and drawers with Clorox and water, aired them out, still cannot get rid of the smell. Well, the first thing you really want to do is air it out on a hot, dry day. In Millbrae, you probably get your share. If not, try sodium phosphate. Well, not try sodium phosphate. Try.
T-R-I
sodium
dash sodium.
Phosphate. With regards.
Okay.
Betty.
This is from John P. Clamo.
Clamo.
From Gary, Indiana.
A likely story.
He wants to know about the butcher block seal, the wax, we used the paraffin wax, melted in a double boiler, applied it with a brush, scraped it off, and then burnished with burlap. Do it every 2 months or so.
Right.
If you cook a lot, do it, sooner
And
than that.
when I want to use his product in my bouillabaisse,
Yeah.
Clamo.
Clamo,
Essence
the
of
one
clam.
true sauce.
Oh, I like this one. From Claire Szymanski. I watch your show. I watch you take it off, screw it in, cover it over, beat it with chains, and do it all over again. What joy to see a battered piece of furniture reveal itself as crotch grain and solid hardwood. Oh, guys, it's too much for me to take. And the reupholstery,
The stripping, the tacking, the stretching, the cotton batting, the webbing all go to making a full and wonderful experience. In this day of recycling, you guys do it all so well. Sometimes for variety. Oh, anytime you want to talk furniture, your glorious hunks of manhood, I'll turn you on.
we'll be over at 6:30. Have a big roast.
Wait a minute, I got this one now. This is from Allison.
Can I adjust myself first?
My name is Allison. I am 8. My mom lets me stay up to play poker every night. Not. But she does let me stay up to watch Furniture to Go every Saturday night, and I really like it. I think it's very funny, not to mention entertaining. P.S.
Allison, don't listen to that last
Wait a
letter.
minute. P.S. When you refinish furniture, I think you use schlack too much. S-C-H-L-A-C-K. Well, Allison, thank you for watching, and the word is shellac, but you don't have to know that now. Just watch us to laugh, okay?
So until next time, and if you see us on the street, pretend you don't know us.
just go on the other side. My name is Joe Lorario.
I'm Gary Coleman.
Whatever. Be nice to your furniture, okay?
Coming up next on TLC, just stay nailed to that chair because Joe and Ed are back with good cheer and bad jokes on a second episode of Furniture to Go, showing you how to bring out the best in antique pieces.